that eating pork and shrimp and lobster, that's banned. Yeah, Acts 10, right?
10.
And 13.
Acts 10.
Well, Acts 10 and 10. We're going to start there. Acts
10.
10 and 10.
Acts 10 and 10.
Right.
And he became very hungry and would have eaten.
Wait. Start at 9 so we can know who we're talking to.
Uh-huh. Acts 10 and 9.
Right.
On the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew near unto the city, Peter went up upon the housetop to pray about the 6th hour.
Yeah, because he's following the ordinances like that was put in Daniel's, where it says 3 times a day he would pray. So those things that they were still in effect. Keep going.
And he became very hungry and would have eaten. But while they made ready, he fell into a trance.
So he was praying. Yes, he's hungry, but he's in the spirit. And he fell into a trance. He's seeing something now. The Most High is putting the spirit on him. Keep going.
And saw heaven open. And a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the 4 corners and let down to the earth.
Right. Keep going.
Wherein were all manner of 4-footed beasts of the earth, wild beasts and creeping things, and fowls of the air.
So all manner of 4-footed beasts. So all these different type of pigs and things like that. When it says common. So these are unclean beasts that's walking around. These pigs, rhinoceros, hippos, all these things that you just can't eat. Dogs. Keep going.
And there came a voice to him, Rise, Peter, kill and eat.
So the Most High said, Rise, Peter, kill and eat. Christ said that what goes in a man don't defile you. So if Peter was around that time, and I mean, if Peter was around that time, he should have been okay with it. Just use common sense. If he was around that time, and then the Most High saying, Most High himself is telling him, Peter, this, yo, there's some pigs right there. You hungry, right? Go and kill. Go get you some bacon. Go get some sausages over there. And I mean, it's not going to defile you if it goes inside you, right? Let's see what Peter says.
But Peter said, No, not so, Lord. For I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean.
Yeah, he said, not so. I never eat nothing that's common or unclean. He's looking at it like, what you talking about? So he's like, that's just odd to say. He was one of those disciples. He know the Most High wouldn't do that to it. People tell him to eat some pork. Are you crazy? Only a Satan worshiper eats pork. Only a Satan worshiper eats pork. Only a Satan worshiper would just eat pork. And a Satan worshiper with twice the devil will actually bring it in the house of the Lord. And a Satan worshiper with 3 times the legion of demons would have a hog fry or a pork fry and call themselves Christians and a pastor. These churches have something to pay for.
Do they?
Yes.
Wow.
Keep going.
And a voice spake unto him again a second time, What God has cleansed, that call not thou common.
So he said, what I cleanse, call not thou common. So Peter here now. What? Huh? You mean you cleanse these pigs? Keep going.
This was done thrice.
So in other words, Most High kept saying it. He said, rise, kill, eat. Peter still didn't do it. Rise, kill. Because Peter knew that there was something with this. Because Peter knew that, whoa, that's an abomination to do that. Keep going.
And the vessel was received up again unto heaven.
Yes. The vessel was received up again into heaven. Keep going.
Now while Peter doubted in himself what the vision which he had seen should mean.
So he walking in like, what just happened? Most High told me to eat pork. He said, eat swine's flesh. Have bacon? Have a pork bacon? Right? He's like, what's going on here? Keep going.
Behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius had made inquiry of Simon's house and stood before the gate.
All right, so now we're going to go to this verse right here to show you that 28 to see what he's talking about. We were talking about swine's flesh. Now, the other nations and the Gentiles, they were called different names of animals, like dogs and pigs and things like that. All right. Now, this so-called Gentile named Cornelius, right here, he was a Gentile. And the thing is, he wasn't an Israelite. No. He was a Gentile. And to get Gentiles, if they want to come close to Israel, they have to come through us. That's the thing. They have to make a relationship with us. That's how the centurion came to Christ. He sent the elders. If you ever seen the older videos I posted called Trouble in the Last Days. So we're going to read verse 28. Acts 7:28. Read it.
Acts 7:28.
10:28.
10:28.
Right.
And he said unto them, Ye know how that it is unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation.
Because the majority of what the Gentiles was doing was sacrificing devils. Why would you want to come to such a satanic nation? But keep going.
But God has showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean.
When he showed them the vision. Meaning the vision had nothing to do about eating pork. So I just wanted to touch on that. But going back to Lent now. Now, let's go to John 17 and 19. Because I wanted to touch more about this Lent. About following traditions and of devils. Yeah, John 17 chapter 19 verse. No, 17:17.
John, verse 17:17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Thy word is truth. So that's why we have to constantly come out this word right here. So let's go to 2 Timothy 3:14. We're going to read what's going on in the last days because many people want to follow after this wicked pagan church. This wicked Catholic church. All right.
2 Timothy 3:14. But continue thou in the thing which thou hast learned.
Right.
And hast been assured of. Knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
All right. So the things that you're assured of is the Bible right here. These are the things that you learned of. All right. Keep going.
And that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Yahushua.
Keep going.
All scripture is given by inspiration of God.
So all these scriptures are given by inspiration of God. So all these scriptures that we're reading out of here is given by inspiration of God. Keep going.
And is profitable for doctrine.
For doctrine.
For reproof.
For reproof.
For correction.
For correction. When you want to correct these pastors out there. These pastors are lying to you. They're lying to you. They want you to worship Satan. They got their pastoral license from the government. They are programmed to tell you that, even all the way in other countries. Pastor Ching Chong is lying up to you. The crazy pastor in Nigeria who going around saying, well, you know, that crazy pastor. But they're lying. Keep going.
For correction, for instruction in righteousness.
Right.
That the man of God may be perfect.
Perfect.
Throughoutly furnished into all good works.
All good works. So we have to correct them and show y'all the true holidays. Now, getting back to this thing about Tammuz. I want to read this again. Go to Ezekiel 8:14.
Ezekiel 8:14.
Yes. And I'm going to go over this Tammuz one more time. Because I want y'all to really pay attention to this right here. Yeah, because it's about to get really deep now. Yeah. Now, the origin of Tammuz again. It says, Semiramis, the wife of Nimrod, the king of Babylon, claimed she has been supernaturally impregnated by the sun god and gave birth to Tammuz. One day while hunting, Tammuz was killed by a wild boar. Just so happened we was touching on the topic of eating pork. Now Semiramis mourned for 40 days. So she was mourning for 40 days. At the end of which Tammuz was supposedly brought back from the dead. So her and her worshippers commit a time of 40 days where mainly females would sit there and mourn and cry for the death of Tammuz, so she might come back again. So just remember that. Mainly the females, the young females would do that. So go to Ezekiel 8 and 14. So, and before you read 8 and 14, go to read 13.
Okay. Verse 13 first?
Yep.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 8, 13.
Right.
He said unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do.
So in other words, he was going through what the wicked people were doing. All right? And okay, yes. Well, he was going through the wicked people, what they were doing back in the day, what the wicked Israelites were doing when they was going off into idolatry. Keep going.
Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house,
Right.
which was toward the north. And behold, there sat a woman weeping for Tammuz.
Read that again.
And behold, there sat a woman.
They said women.
There sat women weeping for Tammuz.
So they said women weeping for Tammuz, just like the Catholics are there for 40 days weeping. It's a Tammuz worship. That's what it is. You're worshiping devils. That's what you're doing. That's all y'all doing. It has nothing to do with Christ. Nothing at all. Let's go to Luke 9:26. For all those peoples out there whose feelings are hurt. I just know their feelings are hurt, of course. But hey, that's how it is.
9:26.
We're over here to bring you the truth. Like it says, sanctify them by the truth. Your word is truth. Yeah. Luke 9:26.
Luke 9:26. For whosoever shall be ashamed of me.
So if you're ashamed of Christ now, like many of y'all Catholics out there, y'all Puerto Ricans out there, because many of y'all Puerto Ricans are Catholic, keep going.
And of my words.
And of his words, keep going.
Of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed.
So in other words, it says that if you're ashamed of hearing his words or what Christ is saying, he's going to be ashamed of. Keep going.
When he shall come in his own glory and in his Father's and of the holy angels.
And of the holy angels. Now, the thing is that you can't be ashamed of what the Most High say. Like, we're over here trying to teach the truth 100%. Now, in these churches, they don't do that. There's so many false pastors out there. And the pastors, they're crazy. They fight against each other. That's the thing about the pastor. Now, as you know, Lent goes from 40 days from the beginning of Ash Wednesday, where people put a cross on their head looking like some daggone demon from The Exorcist. Yeah, look some exorcist demon, all the way up to Easter, which is also another pagan holy day. That's another blasphemous pagan holy day. But we're going to save that for another time.
Like dust from the attic that they put
Yeah,
on their heads.
Yeah, but we just had to touch the topic of Lent because I've been seeing a lot of Spanish, a lot of Catholic walk around with that cross on their head looking like something at The Exorcist.
And some of the other nations too.
Yes, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Like it says, you can't be ashamed of the Most High's word. So we're here we call our fellowship or our congregation of Apostles of New Jerusalem. And we're just over here to edify, and we know many of your feelings were hurt. I mean, if I was like in the church, which I was when I was younger, my feelings would be hurt too. Because I didn't know I was doing these things. My pastors didn't tell me I was doing it. My pastors didn't tell me nothing about this. I mean, in church, you had people eating pork, shrimp, and lobster and things like that. The pastor said it was okay. Church people was coming there Sunday. The pastor said it was okay. People was doing Lent and things like that. The pastor was saying okay. Because these pastors are undercover Satan worshippers.
Worshippers.
That's the thing. And we're going to talk about Easter.
Yes, man.
And Easter is a deep satanic witchcraft holy day. I'm going to say that for another time, so tune in. This is Brother Itazayah, and this is Brother Amna Wa'ala.
Shalom.
Yes, and we say to you, to all y'all Christians, repent, get right, come back to the commandments. Although your feelings are hurt and although you're angry, but hey, that's how we're not going to sugarcoat it with you. So we're not ashamed of Christ's words, but you might be. Just remember, there's a pastor of the Most High, and there's a pastor of the devil. There's the Christians of the Most High, and there's the Christians of the devil. There's the worshipers of the Most High and the worshipers of the devil. Which ones are you?